we believe that rugby has something different, something a bit special, and our values of teamwork, respect, enjoyment, discipline, sportsmanship are really helping, we think, to provide young people and university students in particular with a real foundation in life, going on to their later employment, all the work we do around not only playing but leadership, coaching, refereeing and running clubs is a really important part for them in their future lives.
Personally, rugby for me has put me where I am today. It's kept me on the right track. It's really put me in a good position. So I've always had something to refer back to. So if I was having a hard time, I thought, do you know what, I'm going to let everything out through rugby. I'm going to go out and play that rugby pitch, and I'm just going to put my heart and soul into it.
The great thing about rugby is that when I started playing, I was 11 years old. And I retired at the age of 48. For the last 11 years, I'd lived in New York. As soon as I got to New York, I found out that there was an old boys club called the New York Lions. I went along to training. I was immediately welcomed. And that really started a series of social relationships and friendships that rugby brings.
The main thing, I think, is playing and working with different people from different backgrounds. It's allowed me to talk to people and do activities with people that I probably wouldn't have had experience with. With that, through rugby, it's just been a massive help for me because I can speak to anyone, and it's given me a little bit more respect for other people, which is really good.
One of the things that you learn through playing rugby is reliance on other people. And I think that served me well in terms of developing both my academic interests. I went on to university, but also life skills in terms of being able to work in teams professionally. Rugby encourages a sense of interdependence.
I think that playing rugby definitely gives you a self-confidence that you can transfer over into the workplace. But sort of more importantly than that is it often teaches you what you're not so good at and where you need help. You know, I'm a small guy. If someone that's nearly twice my body weight runs at me, I need to get help from someone else to make that tackle. And it's the same in the workplace. If you've got a task that you can't do on your own, then I think rugby teaches you that there's no shame in asking for help, asking for support from either your teammates or your colleagues. And I think that's a really valuable lesson for every day in the workplace.
So when I got to college, one of the first things I did was got a job, and I worked in Pizza Express as a pizza chef. And actually I was able somehow to organise my life so that I was both playing and working and studying. The sport of rugby taught me a lot of those kind of self-management skills that are required for adult life.
I think the values themselves have helped me succeed, but I think rugby in itself has really helped me with getting the job in the first place, because the selection process to get through to the job I took, which was the graduate scheme at Unilever, was extremely competitive. Rugby really made me stand out when they looked at my CV, and I gave examples in the interview of situations of how I've shown leadership qualities in rugby. This really helped.
The game itself taught me some of the most important elements, truths, aspects of life. That actually a sport, believe it or not, became something that introduced me to some very, very important principles like perseverance, like commitment, like teamwork, like respect, like discipline, that actually have remained with me throughout my professional life. And I hope, and I'm sure, will stay with me forever.